Now is Yuriy Boyechko. He is the founder and CEO of Hope for Ukraine, a nonprofit focused on delivering humanitarian aid to communities affected by war. Yuriy, it's good to have you back on the show.
Good to be here. Thank you, Jim.
First, I want to get your sense of the pulse in Ukraine right now, because you heard President Zelensky there saying that Ukraine does not see an opportunity to conduct negotiations until the war in Iran is over. And he's expressed doubts about those negotiations more broadly. Do you sense that Ukraine is giving up on these U.S.-led peace talks?
Yeah, I think we are close to that. We still have hope, because hope dies last. But I think there have been so many promises made, and so many times Ukrainian people felt so close that there's going to be some kind of breakthrough, and this bloodshed will end, and it's never ending. And now, with the war on the Middle East, many people on the ground feel like Ukraine is forgotten war. And when you look on the situation right now, I mean, it's worse than ever before. I mean, the amount of drones, amount of attacks that people like in Kherson area facing, like we never seen something like that before. So there's a lot of fear and uncertainty, and we are hoping that things will end positively in the Middle East, and attention will be shifted again back to Ukraine, because we do need to finish this war finally.
Your organization has documented one awful dimension of this war. You mentioned in Kherson and the use of drones there, and that is Russian soldiers quite deliberately targeting civilians in what's been dubbed a human safari. I mean, hunting human beings on the streets of Kherson. Can you tell us what you found?
Yeah, so Kherson, we still have about 60,000 people living in the city, right? So Kherson is a city right across Dnipro. So it's been liberated by Ukrainian army, but Russians are across the street, across the river, actually, but it feels like across the street. So they've been using a lot of FPV drones, right, to target civilians. And they've been actually doing a lot of remote mining, where they've been dropping these small mines that locals call gingerbread. So they are such a small mines that it's not going to make much impact on a military vehicle. But if the civilian vehicle or human beings step on this thing, and it's very hard to see them, right? Especially when they're in the grass. So this has been a very, very, very difficult situation, especially part of Kherson. There is an area in Kherson called Korabelny region. Like, we've seen daily attacks on public transportation. People go try to get bread, try to go to pharmacy. We do a lot of food distributions in these areas. So a lot of times folks are afraid even to leave their hideouts, their basements, to go get a basket of humanitarian aid, because they don't know if they're going to come back alive.
Do you believe Russian leaders or commanders or soldiers will someday face consequences, face a trial for targeting civilians, killing civilians, war crimes as have been alleged?
Yeah, I mean, that's our hope, because right now a lot of these crimes, they record and upload online themselves, right? So there's footage, there's a proof, and there is an easy way to really figure out who's behind these horrible crimes. So at this time, it's a matter of Western, investigators and to really get on top of this and really start prosecuting these crimes, because right now Kherson looks like one big war crime scene, and there's still, again, 60,000 people that live there.
Yeah. How do they live there in the midst of this? And how are Ukrainians maintaining hope in the midst of so many, well, disappointments, right?
I mean, they freedom-loving people. I think There's very few nations in the world that would survive such a long onslaught on hope and on the conditions that people in Kherson live. It's ridiculous. Most of them live without electricity, water. Most of the time, they live in the basements. Every time you take the public transportation, you don't know, but they have nowhere to go. That's the point. Like a lot of people think, okay, you can move to some other part of Ukraine, but safer areas are already overbooked. So they trying to hold on to what they have there. So they just hoping that things will turn around for them. That's it.
Yeah, it's hard to be forced from your homes. It must be said. Yuriy Boyechko, we appreciate having you on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.